All right, Mike, we're rolling. So go ahead and show us what happened to the bus the other night.
All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, we were heading down Bell Road, or actually it was just me and Bubba, headed down Bell Road, and probably 35 miles an hour, already slowing down, approaching a stoplight, and out of my driver's side window here, I can see the car over in this lane swerving from side to side in their lane. So I immediately slowed down, and just as soon as I touch my foot on the brake, this car swerves over and makes contact with Bubba right here on the left front eye. And as you can see, it didn't do a whole lot of damage compared to what happened to the car. So when the car came around like this, it was a T-bone. It felt like a NASCAR scene, as you see in a camera in a NASCAR when they run into each other. We were just pushing this car down the road for maybe 20 feet as we came to a stop. And as the car, this corner of the bumper, it caught right above the rear passenger side wheel on their car, busting out the rear windshield and blowing out the tire. And when that impact happened, the front of the car swung over here and hit the passenger side bumper, and then we slowly came to a stop. All that excitement happened in about 5 seconds. Then, as they were sitting here, there was a girl in the passenger seat and a guy driving. From the driver's seat, I couldn't see anybody behind the wheel, so I guess the dude was just way laid back driving, because I couldn't see. I could see the steering wheel, but I couldn't see in person. So as it came to a stop, I was immediately on the phone to the police and was coming out the door to see if everybody was okay. And the guy backs up and pulls off, and pulls about 30 yards down the street and stopped in the turning lane. Got out of the car, came around, opened the door, and the girl jumped out and just ran across the street and sat down on the curb talking on her telephone. So as she was talking on the phone, I had the police on the phone. The driver of the vehicle stopped still in the middle lane, turning lane, and I was asking her questions that the police were asking me, what kind of car, what color car. Then all of a sudden she says, well, I'm not answering any more questions. I didn't have anything to do with it. I didn't do nothing. He was hitting on me, and I thought hitting on her as in hustling her for a minute, and then it hit me. Oh, he was hitting her, actually physically hitting her. And she said, I'm not going to answer no more questions because he's going to say I pulled on the steering wheel. Thus, the rest of the story, I believe, that may have been what happened, because in this lane over here, they were just major weaving, and then all of a sudden the big turn, and we took them out. So, I was talking to the girl, and she was saying, oh, I ain't answering no questions. But in the meantime, the guy driving the car decides he can't drive the car. It was just like wobbling, weaving, every which way. So he went down about 100 yards from the bus accident and parked his car in a driveway and took off, never to be seen again. We don't know where he is, but the police, the Metro's finest, said that they would find him some kind of way. And in the meantime, Ben had already come over to the point of the accident, and he saw the girl, and he went down to the car that the guy abandoned and got the license number and the color and all that good stuff, took some pictures. And the girl asked Ben, well, will you give me a ride home? I only live a few minutes from here. Of course, Ben says, no, until we get this thing all straightened out, we're not going to let anybody get away. So she said, I ain't answering no more questions. And in amongst all the confusion, all of a sudden, she just starts walking away, and somebody stopped real quick, picked her up. Then it was up to Ben and I to explain everything to the police. Police came, got his little flip notebook out, wrote down all the information, said he would give us a call, gave Ben a proof of accident claim, just a little bitty form about the size of a billfold, said, we'll be in contact with you. And that's the story from February 13th, Bell Road, Bubba and the band.
I'm Sayla. I'm Shekinah. We're singing with the Sidewalk Project. Winter Jam.
Then I'll be in the middle of the stage after the first chorus, and I'll say, you know, please welcome our dear friends, Sayla and Shekinah, all the way from Ohio.